Hey friends, good to see you. It is Monday morning. That means it's time for the 3-card weekly reading, where we do 3 cards for the collective and single cards for those who request to give us guidance for the week ahead. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I am so happy to see you here on this Monday morning. A special shout out, of course, to our members, our moderators, everyone for being here. If you're here for the first time, please do subscribe and hit that bell. I want to remind you, Global Tarot Circle is happening this Wednesday. Start the month off right. November 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you can join us. The link is already up. All right. And Sarah, love to get a card for this spooky week. Seriously. Tomorrow is Halloween. However you celebrate that, whatever that is to you. So fun. All right. So fun, so meaningful, so spiritual, all the things. Let's get going with some readings. And today I am using, once again, Shira Marchetti's Voice and Vision Tarot. It's a new deck, a deck I'm really enjoying. Pamela's Insight. Nice to see you. Grand's report. So, no, their birthday was in July. Their big report is they were in attendance at a wedding. They went to a destination wedding last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, where their mother was a maid of honor. So they were all dressed up in their finery and so very cute. We're just getting the pictures now, so I will post some, and I'm looking forward to seeing them very soon. All right, you know how it is with working people. Sometimes we don't see each other as much as we would like, but I'll get you some pictures soon. All right, 3 cards for the collective. What do we see for the week ahead? Let's give it one more shuffle. I will tell you this, though, about the Grands. They're both walking. They're both getting some words, not a lot, but they're certainly making all the right noises. So they're coming along exactly as they should. All right. Here we go. 3 cards for the week ahead. The 5 of Wands reversed. The 5 of Coins, or Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands. So, 2 5s. I think that's really interesting. 5, of course, being a number of expansion, but the discomfort of expansion, right? So here, with the 5 of Wands reversed, we see the advantages of collaboration over conflict. But here, with the 5 of Coins, or Pentacles, we have this sense of, but will there be enough? Will I have what I need? Will I have the opportunities I need? And, you know, this is such an interesting card because it can speak to poverty, but it can also speak to that feeling that you're just not going to have what you need, even if you are not, in fact, impoverished. So it can speak to both. And here we have the 2 of Wands, where we are asked to imagine a future. And so for this week, personally, as we look at the week as it unfolds, we are encouraged to seek out our opportunities. We are encouraged to seek out collaboration and cooperation. We are encouraged to create a future for ourselves that involves collaboration, cooperation, and helping each other find the right opportunities. Now, if we look at this on a more global level, I really feel like, you know, this asks a question of all of humanity. Like, are you willing to let go of your fear and work together to create a better future? And so maybe at this time of year that many of us consider to be the most sacred time, maybe there is an opportunity for us in meditation, in writing, in conversation, in our intentions, in our prayers, and in our magic, maybe there is an opportunity for us to vote for this energy for the planet. That yes, this is what we want. This is the process we want to go forward. Maybe. Let me know what you think. Sarah says, major growing pains vibes with these cards. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. And Pamela, we need pictures of that finery. Yes, I've not seen the finery pictures yet. I've seen some videos of Aubrey dancing with the bride, which were absolutely adorable. But that's all I've seen so far. Although many pictures of the kids on the ride, this was their first major car trip. So the whole thing, first hotel stay, first major car trip, it was like a big deal for them. So super exciting. They live in Port St. Lucie, and the wedding was in Jacksonville. So, not a huge distance, but still kind of cool. All right. Let's get going with our individual readings. And the first request that I see is 64 Amy Penn. So good to see you with us today, Amy. Here is a card for your week ahead. Coins reversed, or King of Pentacles reversed. I feel like this really speaks to the career component here in terms of what you're looking for, what you're going for, what you're doing. This suggests that this week there could be some frustration. It could be frustration in finding time for a meeting, in a particular project that you're working on, in a particular contract you're negotiating, I'm not sure, but there's definitely some frustration in the area of work, career, finances, that kind of thing. What you want to do is be patient and proactive, and all will work out just fine. Pamela Phillips, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Cards for you, your daughter, and for Pip in England. And Pip is also a member. All right, here we go. For you, Pamela. The Six of Swords reversed. So this week, you need to ask yourself some questions. Are there places in your life where you're feeling stuck? And if you are feeling stuck, how much of that is like stuck in a situation that you really can't change? How much of that is stuck in a situation that you can change, but you're not seeing your way forward to that? And how much of that is being stuck in a thinking loop? Stuck in a way of thinking that isn't serving you. This week, explore feelings of being stuck, of not moving forward. Figure out which category they fall into and act accordingly. All right. Up next for your daughter. Yes, indeed. We have the Sun. So obviously, this is a very good card for your daughter. It bodes well for the week ahead. It suggests an opportunity for her to really let her light shine, whether that is her creativity, her ideas, her personality, her leadership, whatever that is, to really let that shine. And I think also a reminder for her to recognize and acknowledge her brilliance, her strength, and her ability. All right, and for Pip, thanks for being here, and thank you for being a member, Pip. We appreciate you. Pip, you get the High Priestess. And so with this, there is a reminder that you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, you have the ability, that you are a conduit, that you can go between the worlds, that you are a channel for spirit. And with that, you can hold space for whatever you need to hold space for. You can balance whatever you need to balance. You can do whatever you need to do, and you can make it look easy even when it's not. Peggy Lou Levin, so good to see you last night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is a card for you, and then we'll do Billy, most certainly. A card for you, Justice Reversed. This week, I think, there's a lot in your life that can feel out of balance and can feel unfair. And some of those things are the things that are just like not fair in the universe. Like life is not fair, the universe is not fair, there it is. But I think there are other ways that you could create some situations in your life that have better balance and more fairness. And, so you just need to know that you have the power to do some of that. Maybe not all of it, but some of it if you want. Now for Billy, for the week ahead, the Four of Wands. It looks like this week, Billy is really going to be appreciating his need for security. And I think that sometimes when there's a need for security, that can be expressed in prickly ways. And so just recognize, Billy, if you start to feel prickly, if you start to feel angry or upset, it could be that what you're really feeling is not safe, and that you need to remember that you are safe in your situation. All right. Kim Case, good to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for you, Maria and Anthony, most certainly. Here we go. Kim, for you, the Hanged Man reversed. This week you are in control. You are large and in charge. You are going to do the things that need to be done, and nothing is going to get in your way. And if something tries to get in your way, it will be sorely disappointed. You're just going to go for it this week and get done what you need to get done. Now, for Maria, you're the second one to get this. The King of Coins or King of Pentacles reversed. There will be some questions this week about resources, time, money, energy, and how those things should be managed. There may be some questions for you about work and career going forward and what that looks like and what you want to do with that. So there will be some practical and logistical problems that you'll be dealing with this week. Now, for Anthony, we get the Fool. And I think this week you are reminded that it's your journey. It's your journey. It's your life. You can do it any way you want to do it. But when you do that, you take that responsibility. That's not about anybody else. That's your choice to do what you want to do. And you should be empowered. You should feel empowered to do whatever the heck you want to do. And now's a good time to make those decisions and make those moves. But recognize your decisions, the responsibilities, and the consequences are yours and yours alone. Hi, TJ and GA. This is Voice and Vision Tarot from Ciro Marchetti. It's an indie deck. You can get it right off his website. And it's got some fun features. All right, Peggy Lou, we did you. Kim Case, we did you. Febborn, you are up next. Here we go. Hey, good morning, Jenny. Good to see you here. Nice to have you in our Zoom last night. Peggy Lou, it was nice to have you in the Zoom last night as well. Thank you for your kind words. Excellent. All right. Febborn, here we go. Oh, you're the second one to get this. Six of Swords reversed. So, this sense of wanting to move forward but not being sure what forward motion looks like, and so you think about it but you don't necessarily do anything. However, thinking about it is part of the process. Like, you know how people will say, well, I've been thinking about it for months or even years, and now I'm finally doing it. And so often that's said with shame, like, well, I've been thinking about it for so long, I should have just done it. But what if the thinking about it process is necessary? So I feel like you want to ask yourself, Febborn, like, what sort of think about it process are you in? What are you thinking about that you ultimately are hoping to do? And do not shame yourself for the amount of time it might take. Just acknowledge what the goals are. All right, Claire C., it was so good to see you last night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. And here is a card for you. You also get the Fool, and we know you're about to take a really exciting trip. And this says it all. And I don't know if you're taking the trip this week or how quickly it is, but I know it's really soon. And I'm really making this card be about that, the preparation and the execution of this voyage, where this is, yes, it's a literal geographic linear trip, but it is also part of your life journey in a really, really, really big way, where you will learn about yourself and you will learn to have fun, to be brave, to be self-determining. Not that you're not those things already, but this is really going to help you with all of that. So just recognizing your spiritual guidance, your courage, and your sense of wonder and delight as you embark on an actual voyage and this next leg of your journey through life. All right, Trey Cameron, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for the week. And Trey, thank you for being a member. We really appreciate you. Here is a card for the week ahead for you. It's the Four of Cups reversed. This is actually a card I prefer to see when it's reversed, where I see it as like an admonition to make the best of difficult circumstances. And so what does that tell us? That tells us, Trey, that, this week, and perhaps any week, because life is life, there may be some things going on that are not really to your liking. Okay. Nonetheless, do the best you can with what you've got this week, and good things will come out of it. And Sarah, yes, Claire is going on a trip by herself. That's exactly right. Yes. I'm not sure if it's a cruise. Claire can let you know the details, but I know it's exciting, and I think it's Mediterranean. I think. All right, Smile Soul 20. It was so great to see you last night. Here is a card for you. Ooh, this is good. Remember, this was in our 3-card weekly reading, in our collective cards, so very auspicious for you. And it's such a hopeful card. Of the 3 cards we got for the collective, the happiest and most hopeful, and it's yours, Smile Soul 20. This week, think about how you want things to be. And really think spiritually in terms of prayer, meditation, manifestation for those things. But also think practically in terms of like, what can I do to achieve these things? basically setting goals, making plans, and having faith that these things shall come to pass for you. And this is such a positive card that really offers a positive energy for that for you. All right. Trey, I feel like I haven't had a happy weekly card from you in a while. I'm so sorry. And I appreciate you keep coming back for more. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Christina R., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. For you and Karen W., of course. Christina, you get the star. I know we know you've been through it. There's been a lot, right? We also know that after the storm is a rainbow, right? When the clouds clear, we can see the stars in the sky. And the star here is so hopeful and so healing. You may get some very good news this week. You may get a sense of how things will be going forward. Maybe something great will happen for you in a whole other aspect of your life. But one way or the other, this is a good thing, and we're happy to see it, Christina. Now, Karen W., you're a member here. We appreciate you. Here's a card for you. I shuffled. I did it off cam, so you couldn't see it, but I did. I promise I did. I did. And Mother got the same card, as did Daughter. So for you, Karen, healing, hope, satisfaction, all good things. That two people in the same family got this card could just be like really like good things happening for each of you, no problem. But it could also mean great things happening within the family or good news for the family. So all of this portends very well individually for both of you, but also sort of like I feel like that radiates out for the whole family. All right. Christine Hallowell, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. The Eight of Wands. This is a fun Eight of Wands. I love how they're just coming at you. So Christine, what's coming at you this week? I feel like you could be dealing with some unknowns. And it's hard because unknown can be something spiritual. Unknown can be just something very, very mundane. And sometimes we don't know which is which. This week, be prepared for things to happen very quickly, Christine. Be prepared for unexpected communication, which you should handle with all possible speed. And this week, recognize that no matter how psychic we are, no matter how good we are at using our tools, there are things that will naturally be mysteries because that's the way the universe works. Sometimes you need to embrace the mystery. This card tells me that this week you may get some answers and solutions you were not expecting, but it'll be good. Von Ray, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, TJ and GA, thank you for the love for the backdrop. Yeah, I'm having fun with my green screen for sure. For sure. Okay. Von Ray, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. The 10 of Coins reversed. So I feel like, there could be a lot this week dealing with even just issues of housing. Are you staying where you are? Are you going someplace else? What's that look like? Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to rent? Like, I feel like there's a lot of questions about housing trajectory here. And there could also be some stuff about family, good and bad. Like the fact that you love your family, you appreciate them, you like spending time with them, but there can also be, it can be a lot too. And so just that balance, I think that's showing up here as well. Pamela's Insight, so good to see you. Thanks for being a moderator here. We appreciate you. Here we go. Four of Coins reversed. Pamela, this week, be willing to be a little open to change and to possibility. Be willing to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Be willing to ask for help if you need it. It is always good to practice good self-care, but sometimes self-care can mean isolation, and sometimes that's what we need. But this week it might be good to be not isolated, to be a little more open, to have a more open energy in whatever way that makes sense to you. You had the Four of Pentacles upright last week. So there's definitely a shift in the energy now. Okay, fair. Okay. Christine, thanks for that feedback. Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. All right, here we go. The Emperor. Liz, I think you're going to have exactly the week you expect to have. I think things will go as planned. I think that, in all the places where you must be a leader, you will be a good leader. In all the places where you must rely on others and their leadership, I think they will not disappoint you. I think this will be, it may not be the most fun week, but I think it'll be pretty stable, doing what needs to be done. And that's the focus of the week in a lot of ways, I think, is this is a week where you got to do what you got to do, so do it. All right. Oh, Von Ray, that makes sense. Looking for apartments closer to Orlando this week. The really nice ones are out of your price range. Trying not to get discouraged. Yep, I hear you. I know it's hard, man. Housing prices are crazy. It is so weird. All right. Julia Bonesteel, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. Here is a card for your week ahead. The King of Swords. I think this week, in something that you're studying, you may really achieve a level of mastery that's going to feel really good. I think you'll have a clear sense of direction and way forward in a way that maybe you have not recently. I think you will feel strong in your own truth and knowledge, and therefore empowered. And that's a good feeling. So excellent. Oh, Liz, thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Appreciate it. Sarah, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here we are. So this is interesting, Sarah. You get the Five of Wands reversed, which, as you remember, was the first card out in our collective reading. So it's auspicious, but the message for you is this week, be careful not to take things personally. Work to be collaborative. Listen, even when it's hard to listen. and try to avoid conflict this week. Avoiding conflict is not always the best thing. Sometimes we really need to speak our piece and not be afraid of the conflict. But in this case, at this time, avoiding conflict is what feels best for the week, and there may be some opportunity for collaboration. Mediha Ness, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is a card for you. Ace of Swords reversed. I remember you mentioning yesterday that you have a homework-resistant child. I wonder if that's going to be a theme throughout the week. One way or the other. The Ace of Swords reversed can be a resistance to learning. It can be a resistance to doing the right thing. So you may have people around you who are resistant in these ways. The Ace of Swords reversed is also a warning to you, Ness, to avoid BS, your own and other people's. If you're telling yourself a story that doesn't serve you, that isn't true, you need to stop. If someone else is telling such a story, they need to stop. And so this is, or at least you need to not listen to them. They may not stop, but you need to not listen to them. So this is really about knowing the truth and recognizing that some people will not acknowledge your truth and some people will try to get you to embrace a different truth. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. All right. Karen Hendershot, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. You are up next. And of course, I just over-scrolled. Give me a minute. There you are. Karen Hendershot. Here we go. Here's a card for you for the week ahead. Lovers reversed. So, Karen, you know, there can be, for all of us, a lot of question about, like, what role should this person play in my life and what role should they not? And I really wish this person could play this role in my life, but they can't. Or I wish I had a person to play this role in my life. So I feel like this week there may be within yourself some real conversation about, you know, in the jobs of your life, you know, like who's got the best friend gig, who's got the love interest gig, you know, like who's filling these jobs? And if there are people around you who are like trying to fill those jobs, but they're not doing a good job, you don't have to keep them in your employ. I mean, I realize it's not a perfect analogy, but recognizing that you have the power of choice, I think is really important. This week and always, really. Alonkrita, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you. Ooh. So this is a nice card for this week. It looks like you'll have some fun. It looks like you might do some things that you enjoy. It looks like you might enjoy some friends around you. And this is a real encouragement to seek your own happiness. Seriously. Excuse me. All right. Marion Newberry, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Here is a card for you. Ten of Wands reversed. So I love this card when it's reversed because it's about letting people help you. It's about recognizing that, there's some things that you've been carrying that you don't have to carry. That there's, maybe some things you've been thinking you had to do that you really don't have to do. So there's a sense of freedom and support here. And so this week, Marion, look for from whence comes your freedom and your support. Rosemarie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you. Rosemarie, I shuffled. I really did, but the exact same card comes up for you. 10 of Wands reversed. And I know you've been carrying a really heavy burden for a long time, but I feel like you've received a new truth. And that new truth is hard, but it's important. And so this week, process the truth as you know it rather than carrying the heavy lie. All right. Kimberly, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. You're up next, Kimberly. This is too fun. Ness. Thank you. We do have a Vive la Resistance situation. This is how a card can tell many things. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm sorry you have that, but I know it goes with the territory. All right, Kimberly, thanks for your patience. Here we go. Page of Swords reversed. This week, for yourself and for the people you care about, what you're looking for is openness to learn and openness to communicate. This is the bare minimum that you must require of yourself and that you must require of people wanting to be around you. If it's not there, it's not there. All right. Yolanda, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yolanda, you're the third person to get this. King of Pentacles reversed, King of Coins reversed. Recognizing that you go into this week in a different job situation, one that you would not have preferred. And that needs to be the focus of the week. Going from this to this. And that's what you got to do. You may not do all of that this week, but you'll do it. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for the week ahead. The Chariot reversed. So this is interesting because I know you're like so close to the end of your educational goals, but this feels like this could take the longest, or like going from that to any kind of certification you have to do or employment within the field or whatever. It feels like there will be delays, or it will feel delayed, or it will not feel like it's as smooth as you want it to be this week. It could also be on a very practical level, a car issue, an issue having to do with a planned trip, that kind of thing as well. So this week, be aware of the things that you cannot control. Be aware that things may take longer than you want. Be aware that there may be delays, issues, or problems with travel or transportation. And keep going anyway because you're so close to the end here. And the end will be a whole new beginning. Joyous Ocean, makes sense, yes. Yes, feeling those growing pains, yes. Kimmy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Here is a card for you. Ten of Swords reversed. Well, thank goodness it's reversed, right? This is a card I would much rather see reversed than upright, but it's still hard. You've got some tough stuff going on. And this week will reflect that. Do not see anything going on as make or break, all or nothing. Don't do that. Just work through it one piece at a time, one step at a time. I'm reminded of the joke, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's what you need to do this week, is just a little piece at a time and get through it and do good self-care, because it may not be easy. Joyous Ocean, you have not missed your card. Vaishali, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you for the week ahead. The Four of Wands, what a fabulous card. This week, this could be a good thing for your romantic life. It's also good for friends, community, and home. Attending celebrations and parties, but also enjoying the comfort of your own space. So this week, lean into what feels good and enjoy. Iva Fur, good to see you. Thanks for being here. The next request I see is Yolanda asking for Jenna for the week ahead. Certainly. Seven of Coins reversed. So this week, there's some stuff you have to do. I don't know if it's academic, extracurricular, or at home, but it's stuff you have to do that you don't want to do. If you don't want to do it, you're either going to have to figure out a legit way to get out of it, or you're going to have to do it. So don't be sneaky about this. Don't be avoidant about it. Meet it head on and figure it out. Oh, Kimmy, I was hoping to be in the star boat with the rest of the family. Oh gosh, that did happen here today. Your sister and your mother both got the star, and you got the Ten of Swords reversed. I hadn't put all of that together, but I'm glad that you did. I'm sorry. But I am going to say this. Some of that star energy from them radiates out onto you. It does. I promise. All right. Cassandra, good to see you. A card for you and for Raquel, most certainly. Cassandra, the Sun. This could be a good week. You could have some fun and lean into that and think about the things you enjoy and really make them a priority this week. For Raquel, Justice reversed. There are some things here that are not fair, that are not balanced, that are not right. And you're going to need to acknowledge that and call it out. Do not suffer in silence. Oh. Well, Vaishali, I think that worked out very well for you. I think that's a good card for you. Very good. Okay, Megan J., good to see you. You're up next. Teresa, that makes so much sense. Assignment's taking you longer than anticipated. I get it. Okay. Megan J., here we go. You get the Devil. So this could be an invitation to enjoy something fully. Like if you have a special occasion coming up, you might definitely want to designate a driver. Or you might just be clear that you're breaking your diet or whatever that is. Is this permission for self-indulgence? It could be. But it could also be exactly the opposite. It could ask you this week to look at what you're attached to that isn't serving you. And how can you make those changes? So, both of those things could be true at the same time. One may be true, the other may not be. Figure it out accordingly and act accordingly. Oh my gosh. Ness, you're so smart. Going back to the star for Christina and Karen, but the Ten of Swords reversed. For Kimmy, Ness stated something that I hadn't thought about but is absolutely true, because the Star is an air card and the Ten of Swords is also an air card. Wouldn't the Ten of Swords reversed also relate to the Star? Almost like look at it from the harder side, or it's long at it, can't be long at it. Look at it from the harder side. Or there are some significant connections there, actually. You're not wrong, you're absolutely right. All right. Julie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Five of Swords reversed. This is not a good week to take an unpopular stand. This week, you are much better to be cooperative and collaborative than you are to start a fight. If someone else tries to start a fight with you, it is better to smooth it out than to rise to it this week. Sometimes taking a stand is the right thing. Sometimes rising to the fight is the right thing. This week, no. This week, avoid that and instead work on cooperation and collaboration, and things will go well. Baby Cake, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you. Temperance reversed. This week, you're going to have to work extra special hard to stay balanced, to stay patient, and to find the solutions that you need. This will not be easy, but it is possible. And so lean into that possibility. Recognize that you can think creatively. You can find everything you need. There's a lot working against you right now, not in any concerted way. Just these things happen sometimes. But nonetheless, you can find the solutions. Seriously. Yes. Medea Ness. Yes. Looking at it, seeing it. Absolutely. That's what I figured it was. Perfect. I so agree. I so agree. And even, going back to like the similarities between the Star and the Ten of Swords reversed, when you look at it, you're like, yeah, there's no similarities at all, but there are. There's air, so it's all about how we look at things, literally, powers of the mind. And with the Ten of Swords reversed, there is a sense of healing, where the swords can now fall out. The Star is also about healing. So smart. I didn't go there, and I should have, and I'm really glad Ness did. Thank you. All right. Lisa Harmon, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here is a card for the week ahead for you. Six of Swords reversed. This has come up for quite a few people. And this week, you are invited to look at where you are stuck, where you're stuck in your thinking, where you're stuck in something that you haven't found a solution for. It is time to solve the hardest problems. You've already solved all the other problems. So this week, really look at what are the remaining issues and how do we fix them. TJ in GA, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for you and for your daughter. Here we go. For you, the Fool. This week, have some fun. Obviously, don't be overly risky, but have enough fun that you don't worry about the consequences, but don't be overly risky, but do have a lot of fun. And try to approach things from a sense of childlike wonder and be willing to take a bold step forward. For your daughter, the Ace of Swords reversed. This week, recognize that you may be believing something that is not technically true. Think about that. Figure it out. Try to figure out what is true and what isn't true. and recognize all kinds of people, people of all ages, all kinds of people will say things to you that aren't true. They may believe those things are true, but they're not. So feel empowered to figure out what is really true and what is true for you. Virginia W. Ginny, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Here is a card for you. The Five of Wands reversed, which was the first card out in our collective reading, so very auspicious. This week is a good week to avoid conflict, and even conflict with yourself. Like if it's really hard and you don't want to do it and you have to do it, then you have to do it. But if it's really hard and you don't want to do it and you don't have to do it right this minute, you are allowed this week to procrastinate. You are allowed this week to give yourself a little break, be a little kind for yourself, and try to smooth things out and make things as easy as possible for yourself this week. Kanchan Verma, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you. Magician reversed. I seem to think that you are or recently have been in school. And the Magician can be a card of education. When it's reversed, there may be some questions or issues about that need to be solved. Beyond that, when we see the Magician reversed for you, there's a real sense that there are people around you who do not see and do not want you to see your skills and your abilities. Make sure that they don't brainwash you into thinking you don't have skills and abilities, because you most certainly do. All right, Baby Cakes, thank you for this feedback. There is indeed a lot working against me, but I just got good results from recent biopsy today. Hallelujah. So that's a good start for the week. I am happy. Perfect. We're happy too. That's really good. Ness, feeling like the lucky student. It's your teaching and you're the best teacher. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. All right. Here we go. Who is next? Audrey M. You are next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. All right. Okay, here we go, Audrey. Oh, and this coming Sunday, speaking of you, Audrey, this coming Sunday is our monthly meetup at Panera Bread in Palm City, 4 p.m. Everyone who's local, hope to see you there. All right. Audrey. Three of Wands reversed. I feel like there's something going on right now. I don't know if it's happening or something that has happened that you're just thinking about that makes you feel bad, that makes you feel not good about yourself or not good about what's going on or not good about the future. Maybe it's something out in the world, maybe it's something in your world, maybe it's something inside of you, maybe it's something in the past. Whatever it is that's making you feel not good, identify it and try to find a way to work with it or reprocess it. Do not let this steal your peace this week. And Audrey's asking for a card for Lisa Byroads, who's also a member here. Fabulous, thank you. Here we go. Queen of Swords reversed. So this could be a tricky week, Lisa. Be careful, check and double check everything. Make sure what you think is true absolutely is true. And if someone else is questioning you, double check yourself and double check them. Do not give another person more authority over yourself than they deserve. But again, everything needs to be carefully examined to make sure it is really true. All right. Joyous Ocean, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for you. Here it is. King of Coins upright, not reversed. Hello. And for you, Joyous Ocean, I wonder if you're finally going to hear from the job that's been ghosting you this week. I just wonder. One way or the other, though, this card is good for meeting men and making money and being stable and being a good leader. All of these things are yours this week and going forward. So here we go. Ashley, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Ashley, you get the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So I'm wondering if there's anything going on with family, relationship stuff, or literally where you're living or real estate. Something somewhere in there this week could cause some questions for you. Not necessarily problems, but questions. So when these questions arise, pay attention to them, think about them, puzzle them out. It's important. Oh, and I see a question in the chat from Leah. Do you need cards to access your ability? How did you discover this? That is a very interesting question that would take a really long time to answer. Thank you for asking it. And I'm going to say the question that you're asking, just very quickly, is like, it's based on an interesting premise. And it's this premise that people have about the cards that somehow the cards are a crutch. Like there are real psychics who need no tools at all. And then there's people who are really good, but they need tools. And that's a way that some people look at it. And this question makes me feel like you might be looking at things that way. And I'm just not sure that's true. For me, it was an agreement I made with the cards that I could be unbothered by the information that comes at me unless I have the tool in my hands or unless I ask. So when I have the tool in my hands, that is my agreement with the universe that I'm ready for the information. Or if I just breathe and ask, okay, I'm ready for the information. Otherwise, the universe and I have an agreement that they won't be calling me 24/7 because I can't function that way. So that's how it worked for me. Maybe that works that way for other people as well. Ashley, it's probably where you're living. Thanks for a fun question, Leah. I appreciate it. Okay. Hang on, Lisa McCord. Are you still out in Cali or are you back now? And did you have an awesome time and did you have the best wine? And will you come to Panera this Sunday? And I'm sorry, I'm being silly. Good to see you, Lisa. Glad you're here. And I just totally lost you. There you are. There you are. All right. Here we go, Lisa McCord. Yeah, welcome back, huh? I don't know. My guess is you're probably not stuck out there, so you may be probably back by now or about to be back. Six of Swords reversed. So, Lisa, there are some things in your life that you're not sure about. You're not sure what your next move should be. You're not sure what your way forward should be. And there may have even been some thought that after a vacation that you haven't had like in a long time, after taking a great vacation, there may be some greater clarity. And this week there may or may not be greater clarity. If there is not greater clarity, wait. Wait for clarity to arrive. It may not be here yet, but it will be here. Okay, yes, you're back. It was awesome, and you're coming on Sunday. Thank you for answering all of my questions. Glad you traveled safely. Not that I thought you wouldn't, and I'm glad it was awesome. Okay. Choo, 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 choo. Kathy, you're next. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. The Hierophant. This week, you may find yourself needing to deal with some authorities, governmental authorities, legal authorities, medical authorities, doctors, things of that nature. If so, show up, do what you need to do, but recognize you are also an authority. So, listen and understand and ask questions. And if something doesn't make sense, ask about it. Seriously. Rose. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. Here we go. Justice reversed. Rose, there is something going on right now that doesn't feel right. Maybe it just feels off and you don't know why. Maybe it's actually unfair. Maybe it's just out of balance. But whatever is off, think about it and figure out what you can do to bring things into balance or to work around it. Nalini, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We appreciate you. Cards for you and Brad. And remembering that recently, you and Brad have both been having interesting repetitive cards, repetitive numbers, things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens today. Whole new thing for you, Nalini. You get the Fool. This has been a popular card today, and I'm happy to see it. Happy to see it for you and for people in general. This week, try to have some fun. This week, remember that life is a journey, not a destination. Be more interested in experience and what you're learning from the experience than you are in meeting goals and checking boxes this week. All right. It's think about that. The Fool as a Zen master. Think about it. Just inviting you to be mindful and in the moment. All right, for Brad. The Sun. Well, this is also an invitation for you to be happy this week and for you to think about all the positive ways you can do and will impact people in a good way. Well, I guess that's what we mean by positive ways. But, okay. So just recognize that you bring a positive energy to yourself and to others and embrace that. Okay. Joyous Ocean. Joyous Ocean, here we go. I don't think I did you yet, so I'm doing you now. Queen of Wands. Oh no, we did do you, Joyous Ocean, and it was the King of Pentacles, the King of Coins. Now I gave you another card. It's the Queen of Wands, reversed. So with that, this week, practicality over creativity, although creativity, of course, is always important. So there we go. All right. Okay, scrolling through. Lynn Collin, my friend. So happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here and thanks for being a member. You are up next. I just over-scrolled. Give me a minute. Here we go. 1 second. There you are. I see you. All right, just getting you to the top of the page there. Okay, good. Here we go. Lynn Collin, my good friend. You're a neighbor, and you know I want you to come on Sunday, but I also know you probably won't be able to, and it's understood and okay. The Empress reversed. So this week, close attention to family. There could be stuff going on with your parents. There could be stuff going on getting ready for the wedding. There could be stuff going on with you where you're feeling like everyone needs a piece of you, and how do you take care of you? So this week, big self-care for you, as well as keeping an eye on the people you care about. Oh, feedback from you, Ginny. We worked hard last week to get the cellar emptied and the house power washed for upcoming sale. We had 4 days of good weather to do this and took advantage. I could use a break. Yeah, and the universe gives you permission for a break, my friend. All right. Okay. And Joyous Ocean, a card for Jada as well, certainly. The Six of Cups. Jada, many things have happened in your life, even though you have not been on the planet for that long. This week, spend some time thinking about the good things that have happened, the good things that you have learned, and understanding the things that have happened that have been hurtful, and finding a way to process those things so that they don't hurt you going forward. River's Edge, so good to see you. Oh, please, some insight on this week. Absolutely, yes. Happy to do it, my friend. Ah, card on the floor. Hang on. And since it was just one card and it landed straight up, River's Edge, I present to you El Diablo, the devil. This week, think about what you're attached to. If it is something you want to be attached to, lean into it and go hard. If it's something you don't want to attach to, think about how you are going to dismantle that attachment. So this week, inventory of attachments and responsibility for maintenance or release of those attachments. Jackie Masters, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Yes, Nalini, this is Ciro Marchetti. It's available on his website. It's called Voice and Vision Tarot. Jackie, justice reversed. There's something going on where you may not be treated fairly. Look at it and see if it's a triggered reaction or if it's a real thing. And there may be some of both. If it's a triggered reaction, heal. If it's a real thing, strategically find a solution. You may end up doing both. Okay. Leah, a card for you. Most certainly, yes. Here's a card for you. For the week ahead. The Chariot reversed. You're the second person to get this. There may be some delays. Things will take longer than you want them to this week. Be patient. And there is a sense that you're like trying to get your ducks in a row or you're trying to herd the kittens. It's going to take a lot. Be creative, be patient, and recognize that the normal way that you do things, you may need to find different solutions than usual. And Nalina, you're right. You and Brad both got into majors. That's so cool. Nanya, good to see you. So on Mondays, we do a card for the week ahead, and I'm happy to do that for you. And you get the sun. So this week, remember your intelligence, remember your beauty, remember your strength, remember your goodness, and do not hide this from the world, from others, or from yourself. Let your light shine this week and always. Oh, interesting, Lisa. That is interesting feedback. One of your friends on the trip had a big meltdown. The Six of Swords reverse could speak to that. I need to leave her behind, but that will rock my friend group. I'm so sorry. That's so hard. Oh my gosh. Okay. Up next, Kristen Louise. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here we are. Oh, good, Nanya. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Good. I'm glad that felt good. All right. Kristen Louise, here we go. The Hermit. This week, you may need to, the Hermit may say that you just need to spend some time alone and that's okay. But it might also say you're lonely and you need to seek out the company of others. So basically, this week, pay attention to what your social energy feels like and don't try to force yourself to do something with other people that you don't want to do, but also don't force yourself to be alone. Also, remember the value of patience. Sometimes things take time. Michelle F., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Michelle F., the Six of Coins reversed. Just because someone asks for something doesn't mean you owe it to them. No is a complete sentence. This week, you may need to have some boundaries. There may be some people who are asking you to do things for them that don't make sense. So don't be afraid to set boundaries and have boundaries. Liz Moore, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope you're well. Here is a card for you. Magician reversed. This week, you're going to have to take stock of, what are your resources? What is your plan? How are you moving forward? There may be things that feel stuck. There may be things that feel like you don't know how it's going to go or how to go forward. So this is the week to figure out what you don't know so you can take time to find the answers. And Nanya, a card for your son, Charlie, most certainly. For Charlie, he's 13 and he sprained his ankle. Oh no. Well, that makes sense. 10 of Swords reversed. It's hard, it's difficult, but you will heal and it will be okay. And this week, the focus needs to be on healing and just getting through it. It'll be okay. River's Edge, devil on the floor. It's a harsh, necessary reality. I hear you. Persnickety, yes, this is Voice and Vision Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, available on his website. Michelle, that really resonates this morning. Good, good, good. Persnickety, here is a card for you. The Five of Wands reversed, a very popular card today and also auspicious because it was in the 3-card weekly reading. And this week, look for collaboration, not competition. This week, be gentle and generous with those people who think they compete with you because they're delusional. Sorry, but it's true. This week, be gentle with yourself and look for creative solutions to problems that cause as little vexation as possible. All right, my friends, from my perspective, I have gotten through the whole list. I don't think I skipped anyone, but it is last call for readings, y'all. If I accidentally skipped you, or if you're here and have not asked for a card, this is it. It's time to ask. Remember, Global Tarot Circle on Wednesday. The link is already up. Remember, too, for those of you who are around us, those of us who are, when I say around us, I don't mean like in spirit, right? I'm talking all like Halloween. No, seriously, those of you who are like in the Palm City area or Palm Beach County or Martin County or St. Lucie County, join us at Panera this Saturday. In the links, you will see a link for StaarCon, Find out about it. Make sure you get your ticket. A link to have a reading with me. And why wouldn't you want to do that? And a link to become a member of this channel where we have all kinds of great perks for members. All right. Okay, Nanya, that's a good question to ask me on a Saturday when we do specific readings. River's Edge, I will do your son, and Barbie Bird, I'm happy to do a card for you. Yes. Here we go. River's Edge for your son. Six of Swords reversed. This has, oh, sorry. Here we go. This has come up quite a bit for people. This week, your son needs to look at the way in which they are feeling stuck and recognize they may need the solution they've found may not work. They may need to find a different solution. A different solution. Look for a different solution. River's Edge, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Julie, you have your tickets for StaarCon. That is so exciting. So exciting. Barbie Bird, here is a card for you. Ace of Swords reversed. This has been coming up for people a lot today. I have a very specific interpretation for you, Barbie. When it comes to words this week, less is more. Do not share too much. Be careful who you share with. If someone has made you feel comfortable enough and starts asking probing questions, zip it. People do not need access to your information. So be careful there. All right, my friends, thus concludes our Monday morning session. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you to the members, the moderators, those who have helped out with super chats and super stickers. Thanks everyone for being here. Please do like this video. If you're here for the first time, please do subscribe and hit that bell. Remember to join us for Global Tarot Circle on Wednesday. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so very much.